Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chris Highland with your sports. The Missouri Valley Conference Championship is here for both the men's and women's tennis teams. Sam Ostrowski is here in the studio with more. Both the Bulls and the Blackhawks will resume their playoff series tonight, creating a serious dilemma for Chicago sports fans. First on the hardwood, the Bulls are in a 2-0 hole facing the Wizards in Game 3 tonight. Washington is hosting its first playoff game in 6 years. A must-win for the Bulls. No team has ever won a best-of-7 series after trailing 3-0. The Blues and the Blackhawks are back on the ice tonight at 7 with the series tied at 2. The home team has won all 4 games in the series up to this point. Patrick Kane leads the Hawks with 3 goals in the series after missing the end of the regular season due to injury. Brent Seabrook's still out tonight, serving the final game of a 3-game suspension for a hit on David Backes in Game 2. It was a tough day in baseball for Cardinals, Cubs, and White Sox fans. St. Louis already 4.5 games behind the red-hot Brewers. Taking on the Mets yesterday, here's John Jay trying to dive for this ball in short center. He won't get to it. A run is going to score. It'll be 2-1 New York over St. Louis, and now it's 4-1 in the ninth. That guy looks familiar. It's Daisuke Matsuzaka. The former Red Sox looks good in a Mets uniform here. He gets the pop out behind home plate, and Daisuke Matsuzaka gets his first career save as the Mets win 4-1. Edwin Jackson on the mound for the Cubs. Tony Campana, former Cub at the plate. He's going to double down the left field line. The left fielder misplays it. A run is going to score for Arizona, and Campana is going to cruise into third. It's 2-1. Diamondbacks over the Cubs. Now in the 8th, they're piling it on. 4-1, make that 5-1 on the single there. Chicago is going to lose to the Diamondbacks 5-2. The Cubs still have not won a series this year. Now to Detroit. That's not the man you want up with the bases loaded. Miguel Cabrera with a single to center. That's going to drive in 2 runs. 5-2 Detroit over the White Sox in the 7th. The Sox crawling back into this one, trying to steal second base. It goes into center field. Diane Viciedo is going to score from third. 5-4 Detroit over Chicago, but that's as close as they would get. 6-4 now in the 8th. Rajay Davis with a double off the left field wall. That's going to score another run. 7-4. The Tigers beat the White Sox. The Sox are again under 500, and they're now 11-12 on the year. A chilly May Day made for tough hitting conditions. Normal Community in Bloomington squared off in softball yesterday, and Allie Dumkusky took full advantage of those conditions, throwing a no-hitter against the Purple Raiders, leading the Ironmen to a 1-0 win. Normal, who got only 2 hits in the game, stays atop the Big 12 at 5-0. Dumkusky struck out 13 and had success by keeping Bloomington guessing.
Moving the ball really up and down, in and out, hitting the corners.
Redbirds haven't been in first place, at least the softball team, all year long. They finally jumped Wichita State, and Reagan Romchek's one of the hottest pitchers in the conference.
Yeah, it's going to be a key month for both the Redbird baseball and softball teams. And like both of you said, riding 7 and 8 game winning streaks, there's no better time for any sport to be playing your best ball than in that last month of the season. The Redbird baseball team and the Redbird softball team have set themselves up very nicely once it comes to the conference tournaments in about 4 weeks. And half of the Elite 8 has been decided. One team our own ISU Redbirds beat earlier in the year is still dancing. The Dayton Flyers taking on Stanford in the Sweet 16. That's a 3-ball there by Dayton, and the Flyers would chop down the trees. This one becomes a blowout. On the break, Devin Oliver sliding in for the layup. That's good. And the Cinderella gets to keep her glass slipper for one more game. Dayton moves on.